A while back, there was a mysterious YouTuber named Really Robin. He hiked to a specific canyon out there, a very specific canyon, extremely difficult to get to. I just saw a monster hiding under a rock. Do you see it? If I don't know any better, I'd say that looks like, is that a mine or a cave? It almost looks like a foundation of a house up there. And my left hand, that's on backwards because it's really tough. I might be able to jump and get my chest up here. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present Really Robin Canyon. That is a fatal fall down there. It is so far down. Of all the places I hike, there's no place quite like old Joe May. Greetings everyone, my name's Steve Las Vegas. These are my adventures. But like I said before, if you're here too, they're also your adventures. Comment down below if you see something I don't, because I'm busy trying to survive out here. I take these trips very seriously. I've got Garmin satellite communicator here. I've got first aid right here. I've got my full pack, full of survival gear, everything I need. Tourniquet, of course, knife, small pistol, Garmin boots, 511 pants, and boonie hat, and of course my trusted Gator sunglasses. I'm not a spokesman for these companies, just saying what I use because they work. So these trips we've been taking out here, of course, is to investigate the disappearance of Kenny Veach. Kenny's a man who about 10 years ago disappeared out here. He was an avid outdoorsman. He hiked a lot out here, long range hikes. His truck was found right here. And he hiked all the way out to the end of Joe May Valley to a mine shaft out there. There's two, don't know which one, but one of those mine shafts he hiked out to. Well, his phone was found by one. Red Rock Search and Rescue said his scent stopped there, but where he went, nobody knows. So I've been out here hiking, looking, investigating the disappearance of Kenny. A while back, there was a mysterious YouTuber named Really Robin who posted, then just seemingly disappeared, and he seemingly had inside info. When he hiked out here, he hiked to a specific canyon out there, a very specific canyon, a deadly canyon, a dangerous canyon to get in, but nevertheless, he was on the bottom. There was a few anomalies. There was what's called the Martian rock, I guess, a rock that looks red like it was from Mars. There was a cave towards the end, not really go in, but just kind of an indentation. Looks, I don't know, kind of weird. But anyway, he got in there. Jeff Claw got in there too. And on my last video, I tried to get in there and I got trapped, almost trapped. I was left with little options but to scale an extremely dangerous cliff just to get out of there. And I did, and I made it out of there. But it was tough, and I don't think I would go back, at least not that way. Now, Jeff Claw told me which way he went in there, and that is really sketchy. But what I'm going to do today, today's mission, I wasn't even going to make a video about this. This is really a recon. This is Really Robin Canyon recon. So I'm going to hike out to Joe May Road at the back way of Really Robin Canyon, up over the hills, and check in Google Earth. There is a vantage point, a cliff that overlooks the entire Really Robin Canyon. I'm going to get out there, pull out the binoculars, maybe use the zoom on the phone or the GoPro, get some really good pictures and try to find an alternate way in Really Robin Canyon. I don't give up that easy. I'm not just going to say, oh, it's not possible. I'm going to find a way, because you wouldn't expect anything less from me. So if you're ready, let's head out there. We're going to do a quick hike out there. I'm not going to record much because we've been out there many, many times. But once we get to the point where we cross up these hills towards Really Robin Canyon, that's where we'll turn on the camera. There's a couple of anomalies I want to check out. Strange points in the ground, maybe structures or something. I don't know what it is, but anyway, we'll check it out. Woodchuck's on, my trusted companion Woodchuck, who's tracking me right now. Subscribe to his channel. He's a great guy, lives out in Texas, and watches me online to make sure I make it out of these places. So without further ado, let's head out here and start the hike. Come on. All right, folks, our mission today is not to get inside Really Robin Canyon. Our mission today is to see if it's possible to get inside Really Robin Canyon. And to be honest, I wasn't even going to make a video. I just wanted to hike out there, do a good recon, see if it's possible. But you know, you guys love these videos so much that decided why not just suit up and bring the GoPro, make a video out of it. We recently hit 15,000 subs on the channel. Thank you, 15,000. Sincerely appreciate your support, because if you don't like these videos, if you're not subscribing and liking, I mean, why should I even come out here? I do love coming out here. I love the adventure. I love the fresh air, the exercise. It keeps me young, keeps the weight off. So I do enjoy doing this, but mostly, why do I film them? I film them for you, because so many people have commented they love these videos. They can't do it. They feel like they're right here, and they love going on an adventure. I mean, who didn't? You know, when you're younger, you know, you load up your gear, you head out into the woods, the wilderness, and, you know, it's just you against nature. It's a great adventure. It's a great thing to do, especially after a rough week. These trips take significant effort and planning. I don't claim to be a Superman or anything like that. I'm just a guy, middle-aged guy with a regular job that comes out and loves doing this stuff. But, you know, I do these for the benefit of everybody. It's entertainment. Have fun with them. Enjoy them. If you don't like it, don't watch it. They don't cost you anything. So, for those who do like it, I'm glad you're here. These videos are for you. But my mission now is to get up Jomay Canyon, climb some hills, and get to an overlook over Really Robin Canyon. See in there and see if it's even possible to get in there. And if it is, that'll be part 3 of the Really Robin series. So let's go. All right, truck is probably 1/8 of a mile out there, maybe even a quarter, and I forgot to stop the clock, so I just started it right now. Sometimes you're focused on getting your gear together, you just forget basic things. Temperature is about 73 when I set out, and this section of the hike is uphill. So it's a little draining, especially at first, once you get into the groove of things, before you get in the groove of things. Plus you're carrying full gear, so it's kind of tough. I do keep in shape. My goal is 2 miles a day. Hiking, of course. So fitness is important. Without fitness, I couldn't even get this far. Got a long way to go today. And I do believe it's worth it. Really Robin Canyon. What's significant about that death trap? Why did Really Robin choose that canyon? Hell, why did Jeff Claw go in there? What's in that canyon? And could that be where the MCave is actually located? Well, today, one way or another, we will find out. Is it possible to get in there? And if it is, the next time we come out here, we will be in that canyon. Making progress. Should be the Jomay Guzzler out that direction. There's that tree out in the middle of the valley we commented on before. Why is there a tree in the middle of the valley? And there's the burn pit. We've been out there before. There's a small mining shaft there and a few artifacts. But you've seen that a couple of past videos. Not going to go there. We're going to go across the valley here and then north up to about where that kind of small point is, maybe a little further beyond, and then up into the mountains. Let's head down into the valley. Wildflowers still growing, and here it is. Unseasonably warm, early November. Should be snow out here, but it's not. It's a nice, almost like a spring type of day. Perfect for hiking. Now it does get dark earlier here. 4:35 p.m. the sun's down. So I don't want to be caught out here after dark. I've got a couple flashlights, including the night sun. It's that Fenix LR35R 10,000 lumen flashlight. Is fantastic, but it doesn't last very long on full power. So I'm going to do my absolute best to get out of here on time, which means I got 11:15. I would say 2 p.m. Maybe even 3 p.m. would be our drop dead time. We've got to turn back and get out of here. Because I just would prefer not to be out here after dark. It is kind of a creepy place. But it's daytime and I got clear line of sight. If it was night, I might be freaked out a little more. Just check the GPS. 0.63 miles north to our destination. Well, to the point where we're going to take a sharp left and head over the mountains. 0.63 miles, so a little over half a mile. On the clock, 2.4 miles, 970 feet elevation gain, 71 minutes. We started the clock late, so it's well over 2 miles. It's a little windy up here. This is not Really Robin Canyon, but that wash down there does lead to Really Robin Canyon. Once we get down here, the wind should die down and it should be relatively quiet. So hopefully we can get there without too much trouble. Made down the hill, and like I said, there's no wind down here. These hills act as a natural windbreak, so we're going to continue down the wash. What's so special about Really Robin Canyon, other than the fact that Really Robin and Jeff Claw damn near killed himself trying to get to it? Well, it's extremely difficult to get to. And because of that, if somebody wanted to disappear out here, it is one of the most perfect places to do so. You can get in, but it's hard to get out. And nobody can get you in there. So, did Kenny somehow get in there? It's possible. Alright, so like I said, walking down this wash is fairly easy, just like I suspected it would be. That's what it showed on Google Earth. Should be a back way to the Joe May Guzzler. That's how we'll get out of here. Maybe some minor climbing to get to it, but I don't think it's going to be anything major. Certainly nothing. I'm not going to do anything dangerous like last week. If I'm expecting climbs like that, for now on, I'll bring a rope. Not that it would have helped us last week. There was no anchor points we could have reached. So we won't need that today because I'm not going in the canyon. I just want to look into it and see from a distance if there's a place that I can get to where I can get in and out of this canyon. Sometimes on these hikes you come to spots like this. Not that big a deal. I mean, you can still hurt yourself if you do it wrong, but just a little tricky. So the key is to find the easiest way down. At least that's what I do. So that's why I'm coming over here, watching where I step on these rocks, and just seeing if I can kind of come over here and then come down this way somehow. Just rock out the way. Okay. There we go. Yes. Now I didn't even need to use my hands on that one. As you can see, it's might be a cool place. There's like a little place to sit. If you want to have a nice place to sit, it might be a good place to camp. Providing you don't get a flash flood, that is, of course. Looking around, I just saw a monster hiding under a rock. Do you see it? It's a monster, all right. Yeah. Desert janitor strikes again. Look at this. The hell is this thing? I don't know, but some of you have complained that I see these party balloons and I don't pick them up. So I try to pick them up, and that kind of gave me the unofficial nickname of the desert janitor. So desert tortoises can actually eat these and choke on them. Animals can too. So if I see them, I do try to pick them up, put them in a pocket of the backpack, and just throw them out when I get home. So I guess I am the damn desert janitor. If I didn't know any better, I'd say that looks like, is that a mine or a cave? Looks like it could be something. No. This looks like a tailing pile here, and then it could have been a dig, a prospect pit or something. Certainly does look like it. It certainly looks like a prospect dig. I'm gonna come up and over, see if there's anything up over there, and come down here, back into the wash. But I'm gonna at least put a pin here, because that's something. All right, that could have been a prospect dig there. It's hard to see if it's natural. Looking up in these hills, I'm not seeing anything else. Maybe something in this canyon here, hard to tell. I'm gonna keep going down this way. Yeah, I think this is a wash. This is all formed by flowing water. It could be something up there. I really don't know. Drone would be helpful, but fortunately that's not an option out here. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's formed by flowing water. That other point there looks like it could be man-made, our prospect area. And if there's any mining activity in this wash area, we should see trash or something. Not a party balloon, but something really old. Now this is an area of Joe May Valley I've not been before ever. It almost looks like a foundation of a house up there. I'm 90% sure that's natural. 98%, 99% sure that's natural, but it does look like the foundation of a big house. But I know man-made stuff, and that's not man-made. It's the thing about hiking in the desert. There could be something spectacular right up there, and you wouldn't even know it because you're down here. You can't possibly see every square inch. How Kenny Veach could be up there. You just never know. You almost got to get lucky. But you certainly have to be here to see this kind of stuff. All right. This valley up there, this kind of uphill valley, I believe that's the way to Joe May Guzzler. It is a little bit of an uphill, but that's fine. It's not that steep. Nothing dangerous, and we'll take that way out of here. But for now, we got a little ways to go. Right now, this is fairly simple. This is nothing to it. It's a nice smooth wash, and this should lead us to the cliff over Really Robin Canyon. But for right now, it's no big deal. Hopefully it stays this easy the whole hike. The last one we had out there in Really Robin Canyon was a monster. All right, it's getting a little rough and rocky. So far, nothing we can't handle. I'm not seeing anything really extreme up there yet. I don't have rope for climbing, and I'm just not going to get myself in a situation where I may need it. I'll climb a little if I have to, but certainly nothing dangerous extreme like the last time. It's really kind of hard to judge the terrain sometimes. All right. This is nice and smooth, just like a carpet. This is sketchy, and I think I can get down here. So I'm gonna turn off the camera and just focus on getting down, put on my gloves. I just wanna make sure I can get back up. All right, rule number one, a hiking like this, a gear check. I did bring my gloves. I grabbed what I thought were my gloves. I have my right hand and my left hand that's on backwards because I grabbed two right hands. What can I do? A backwards glove is better than no glove. Let's focus on getting down this safely. I think I can do this. You know what? I may actually climb these rocks and go around this way because this will be some dangerous stuff. And I just want to make sure I can get down there because the Really Robin Canyon overlook is right up here. So I got to find a way to it. Again, I could probably get down there. This part right here, I don't know if I can get back up. Yeah, it's really hard. I wouldn't, you know what, if I can get down there, I'll walk up to it and see if I can climb up it. Take the long way. It's a little bit of a slip there, and that's fine. Yeah, I'm fairly certain I can get into this little valley there. Like I said, a backwards glove is better than no glove at all. Dangerous cliffs, staying away from those. Coming along here. Jagged rocks everywhere. I don't want to slip and slide down there. That would suck. Okay. If this canyon overlook is as spectacular as it looks on Google Earth, this will all be worth it. Come out here many times and wonder, what the hell did I get myself into? So I'm just being extra careful. I'm not gonna get myself into something I can't get out of. Quick jump. Oof. Almost lost my balance. Not a big deal. Okay. Coming down these rocks. Another jump. And we're here. Now that I can get down. Let's come up over here and see if this is something we could have got ourselves out of. There's a little cave in there. All right. You know what? I do think I could have get myself out. I got a handheld right here. Handhold. Well, it's tough because these rocks are very smooth. There's no way to get traction on them. See? It's really tough. I might be able to jump and get my chest up here and climb out that way. So that is a possibility, which is good. But this rock is worn smooth from millions of years of water, and there's just no foothold. So this is something I think I can get out of. Last week, or last video, that was just too dangerous. And there's a couple people that commented, says, made some insults, said I could have easily made that. And you know what, maybe I could, maybe I couldn't, but if I hurt myself, are you the one gonna come to my rescue? That's what I thought. A little cave area in there. Not really a cave, but okay. Okay. That should be it right up there. Looks fairly flat between here and there. All right. More come this way. If I could smoother over here. Right about that valley up there, that should be the cliff. We're almost here. And here's the unmistakable human footprint. Right there. And that certainly wasn't me. Somebody's been here. Well, maybe it was a person. This right there is not a human. Could have been an animal that, bighorn sheep that maybe kind of slipped a little bit as it went down that kind of little low point. But if it was human, the prints would have been bigger like mine, so maybe it wasn't a person. The moment of truth. All right, we're here. Let's just keep rolling film and peek around this jagged rock and see if we can see the entire canyon like I suspect we can. See way down there. Let's get to the top of this rock and see what we can see. Now these rocks here were stacked by somebody, clearly, because rocks like that wouldn't stack themselves. So somebody's been here. Question is how long ago? A year, 2 years, 10 years, 100 years? Wow. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't that a drop? Okay. Just like climbing a set of stairs. Let's get up here and see what we can see. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present Really Robin Canyon. If that's not spectacular, folks, I don't know what is. My God, that's amazing. All right, we made it. Let's set up camp, have some lunch, pick up the binoculars, and see what's down in this place. Folks, we did it. All right, so I know you want to see what's down there, but I don't want to get too close to the cliff. I'm about 6 feet away, and there's just no way to get close to the cliff safely. It's windy out here, it's dangerous. You want to see it, and I want to show you. So give a big thanks to Timothy W. from Arizona. Timothy W., who sent me a specialized piece of equipment that will allow us to get to the cliff and beyond. Yes, this is an extension pole. Thank you, Timothy W. from Arizona. And you can see what's down there. I can't see what's down there. You can. I'm using this extension pole so you can see everything, anything interesting down there. Can't really tell. But at any rate, again, Timothy W. from Arizona. I don't use this very much, but sometimes I do. Thank you for this extension pole. And that's what's up. Really Robin Canyon. What an epic, amazing place. Been here about an hour. I had lunch, put on the binoculars, did a good recon. I could see no viable way to get inside here. So what you're looking at right down there, and I'm gonna get close, but not too close. What you're looking at right down there is the end of Really Robin Canyon. Let me put the tether on the GoPro just in case. There were some anomalies on Google Earth. I looked down there, it's rocks. It's nothing unusual down there. Possible small cave over there. The cave Really Robin saw is down there. It might be an interesting canyon to check out, but the thing is, it is so freaking difficult to get into. If Kenny came out here to end it all, yeah, this is a great place for it. You get in there, you're not going to be able to get out if there was a place. But look around. On this side, the cliffs are so steep. On the other side, you can't get in this way. So forget this side of the canyon. On this side, take a look. Not even I can get down that stuff. That stuff is just extreme. There's just no way. The only way to get in is at the end down there around the bend. There's a flat spot. I believe that's where Jeff Claw got in, and that is most likely the only way in this place. And you can see that's that might be, I don't know, I don't know how many feet it is, but I can tell you right now that's a fatal fall. You are not going to survive this. There's no simple way that you will survive this drop. That is a fatal fall down there. It is so far down. This is one of the steepest cliffs I've been on out here. And over here is even steeper. So, I mean, yeah, if you wanted to end it all, you could just come to the top of that cliff, jump off, and guarantee to end everything. And you'll be down there, and, you know, search and rescue probably may see the body, but I mean, it's, you know, it's guaranteed you're not going to survive that. Very, very dangerous canyon. Is it the source of the MCave, the place, the MCave? I don't think so, because Kenny Veach would have certainly remembered going in a death trap like this. When he came out of that mine shaft, or he filmed his second to last video of the mine, his last video of the mine shaft he filmed, he was fully expecting to find the cave. And if it was something that took this much effort to get into, he would have remembered. Trust me, anybody would have remembered. This canyon, there's nothing here but death. Don't come here. Trust me. At this time, we're going to head back. On the clock, let's go ahead and start the clock in. I paused it. I've got 2:05 p.m. I said the drop dead time is 3. It's 2:05. So let's get out of here. 3 to 4, 2, 3, 4. You know what? It's a good chance it'll be dark by the time we get out of here. So I at least want to get out of these mountains and into Jomay Canyon where I know my way around. Because these mountains, I've never been here before. And there's going to be a little bit of climbing on the way out. So that's it. Really Robin Canyon, folks, shall remain a mystery. And Really Robin, whoever he was, got in there somehow for some reason that nobody knows. That's what makes mysteries, folks. And that's what makes the worlds go round, is just always wondering. All right, now if I can get out of here without falling, and that's certainly dangerous down there too. You don't want to fall. I'm gonna take off my sunglasses, put on my gloves, and shut off this camera and safely get down here without falling down there. Good thing GoPro's tethered, huh? Somebody's been here before us. Somebody's almost always here before us. Look at that. Do you see what I see? There's some rope or a strap of something, and somebody may have come here and actually rappelled down the side of this cliff into Really Robin Canyon, and that is insane. I mean, look how it's anchored. You see that? It's anchored just on some rocks. That's not going to hold a person. I can't even get down there. Look at this. That is dangerous. There's no way I can get down there without a rope. Now, if I had a rope up here to anchor it somehow, then yeah, I could probably climb down there. But I don't have a rope. But somebody clearly climbed down there, and may have very well used that to rappel down the side of the hill, and that's insane. I can't imagine somebody doing that. I wouldn't do it, and I'd take some serious chances. That right there is suicide. You know, it just makes me wonder who would do something dumb like this. I don't know if Kenny Veach ever mentioned rappelling or anything like that, but this is an amateur job. That is some sort of a strap. And a legitimate climber would have pounded something into the rocks, you know, and they would have used actual rappelling equipment instead of just anchoring this in a rock. This is an amateur, and I would fully expect somebody who did this to have fallen and passed. Maybe it's Kenny Veach, maybe it was somebody else, maybe it was Really Robin, and that's why he disappeared. And you know, the body's down there, somehow doesn't get seen, a big storm comes, dirt and silt cover up the body, and you'll never be found. The strap, and that is an extreme. I mean, you saw how steep that is down there. That's the steepest canyon I've ever seen. Can't imagine someone doing that and surviving. At any rate, folks, let's get out of here. Begin the long journey up this wash to Jomay Guzzler, and from the Guzzler into Jomay Canyon back to the truck. 3.27 miles. I'm guessing minimum 3 miles. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 hours of daylight. 3 miles to go and 3 hours of daylight. The real adventure starts now. Sun's definitely going down as we traverse this wash back the way we came. It's uphill, and that's fine. All right, up here we see that sun. I think that might be the right turn to the way to Joe May Guzzler, but I'm not sure. We have to keep going. I tell you what, if you're not in shape, there's no way you can do this stuff. It's easy to sit home and say, that's easy. It's not. I can assure you it's not easy. Not actually a young man either. Just because my mind thinks I'm 18 doesn't mean my body is. Biologically, I'm older than that. But I won't tell you specifically, you can just guess. All right. I'm tired, but having a decent lunch made a big difference. Let me check GPS just a moment and see if we're gonna go this way or if we need to come up here a little bit more. All right. Check GPS, it is this way. It's not going to be an easy trek because it's all uphill, then some steep downhills. But I confirm this is the way to the Guzzler, the back way. Which means we won't have to go all the way around the same way we came. I checked GPS. I confirmed that this hill does lead to the Joe May Guzzler, Joe May Canyon. Which means we've got a fighting chance of getting out of here by dark. So we just got to come up over these ripple hills to the top and then down the other side. And that should take us right to the Guzzler. From the Guzzler, it's pretty much all downhill out of here back to the truck. Not a soul. Not one single person anywhere for miles. It's just you and God. It's a desolate and lonely place. But somehow out here a person could feel peace, true peace. You can't see that watching the video. You can't see it sitting at home. You can only see it by physically being here, this far from people, where it's just you and God. Kenny Veach, I don't think he ended his life. I don't think he purposely ended his life. I think he may have come out here and something unexpected happened to him. But I don't think he, I don't know. I think if he was alive, he would have turned up by now. I think I'd hear something that doesn't happen very often, something unique, something, I don't know, collapsed from dehydration and passed away under a tree. And later maybe got covered up in a wash or something, who knows. And if that's the case, he may never be found. But right out there is Joe May Canyon, the mine shaft where his phone was found. So he was likely there. Where he went after that is anybody's guess. Could have been here. Could have been anywhere out here. But if he did perish out here, one thing is for certain. He did it alone, by himself, without anybody else around for miles. And that's a pretty lonely way to go. Right now our priority is getting out of here before dark. And over this hill, if my calculations are correct, should be the Joe May Guzzler. and I don't see it, but it should be in this valley. All right, we're coming around the inside of this hill. Like I said, if my calculation are right, you'll see the Guzzler down there. If it's not down there, I'll check GPS and see what the heck went wrong and how far off we are. I do see the Guzzler. I knew this was the right spot. It was hard to see because it is the color of the earth. It is earth color. And what it is, I don't know if you can see from here, you'll see when we get closer. It's a big flat corrugated metal sheet laid out, and what happens is and Nevada Department of Wildlife will come out here on occasion with a helicopter and a fire suppression bucket. They'll probably scoop it out of Lake Mead, fly over here and dump it on that metal surface, and that will fill up the trough of water. But there's probably, I believe there's a spring there, so it's probably spring fed, and I think they just use that helicopter to fill it up on occasion as well. But you can see some of the pipes over there, water tanks at the end, and that's what it is. Now the actual Guzzler, where there's a open water trough, I don't want to get close to that because they do have game cams there, and certainly not doing anything illegal or immoral or anything wrong out here, but I prefer not to have my picture on any government databases. Not that it's not already, I just like to keep a low profile. So we'll get close enough to the Guzzler you can see it, but it'll just show you that how do wild animals survive out here. This is one of the ways. State of Nevada puts these water points out here, and that's one of them. Approaching the Guzzler. Sometimes you see wildlife out here. I don't see anything. I mean, bighorn sheep, coyote, or even the mountain lion probably comes out here to drink. Most likely at night. But that's it. Like I said, I've seen them sometimes bring a water helicopter with a water bucket, just dump it right there, and the water just kind of flows down. And they could be stored in those. You see the water pipes over leading. Their tanks is what they are. And then somewhere down there is a water trough where animals will come to drink. And they'll come here once. They'll remember exactly where it is. Believe me, animals know. Unlike Kenny Veach, who supposedly found an MCave and couldn't find it again. Tell you what, though, Kenny said he'd been in Picture Canyon 2 or 3 times before his last video. 2 or 3 times he'd been out here, and he couldn't find the MCave again. I've been out here 30, 40, 50 times, and I've never seen anything even remotely like what Kenny described. My theory, the MCave, he made it up. He may have came out here and who knows, but I think he made the MCave up. I haven't seen anything like that. Vibrations, I don't know. It's hard to say. He either made up the MCave or he believed he saw an MCave and he really didn't. It could have been a shadow. Hard to say. The mystery continues. I see the light reflecting off the water tanks, the Guzzler. Now this dirt, disturbed dirt, clearly animals have been walking out here. Usually when you see disturbed dirt like this, it's a mine, but obviously animals come out here to drink, and this is it. These are the water tanks. That right there is the game cam, looks like. Satellite connection. Yeah, there's a water trough right there. So yeah, it's solar powered, satellite connected, master lock, and that's a trough of water. The Nevada Department of Wildlife will come out here and maintain these. But this is it, the Guzzler. All right, Jomay Canyon right out there. From here on out should be a downhill trek to the truck. We should probably get there before dark too. Clock 4.52 miles, 3 hours, 21 minutes. That's not counting the time we stopped and had lunch. Let's keep going and get out of here and get home safely. All right, it's 3:30. Sun's definitely going down. That's the truck off in distance. You might see a little shine out there. So it's probably a quarter to a half mile away. And we just need to maintain ourselves enough to get out to it, across the open desert, and then should be home free. Final stretch. Well-worn path here, probably from me, but it could be from anyone. Oh my gosh. Maybe with time to spare, the sun's almost down. On the clock, 4 hours, damn near. 1,700 foot elevation gain, that's a lot. 6.16 miles. My God, I'm beat. I'm covered in sweat. Jomay Road, back of the truck. All right, folks, really Robin Canyon. Here's the deal. Place a death trap. There may be a way to get in. I'm gonna go back and look at these pictures and videos and everything else in Google Earth. At any rate, Jomay Canyon, mysteries are still there. And we'll keep searching and we'll keep making videos as long as you keep subscribing. Please subscribe. Come on, folks, subscribe. My channel has over 1 million views. I think 2 million views right now. And if everybody that viewed subscribed, I would have 2 million subscribers, and I'd be quitting my job and making these videos full time. You would get a video a week, at least a video a week. But being I still got to work a day job, just keep subscribing. Maybe that day will come someday. But until then, my friends, see you in the next adventure. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the videos, please subscribe to the channel and you'll be notified when I post a new one. All of my videos are unscripted as they happen. I can't promise they'll be exciting, but I can promise they'll be 100% real. My name is Steve from Las Vegas, and these are my adventures.